And with this turn, we start cleaning up. Yes, man tries to entice me to war with Pangaea. We are still researching as fast as possible. We got Conjuration 3, some new stuff. Herds of Elephants is nice, but I can already recruit better elephants, so that's not needed. And a crab general invaded one of Yomon's special underwater units. And we captured a fortress in Redwood Grove. Let's take a look. We got our castle back. Again, my typical early game setup of a bunch of giant mammoths supported by archers and some dudes with lances. The enemy has just some basic units and some wolves. And yeah, the wolves are already dead. Wolves against mammoths is not a clear-cut victory for the wolves, it turns out. My units are too eager again, and just fly in front of my mammoths. Kind of annoying. Hey, they're incredibly cheap. It gives my archers more chances to decimate enemy crossbowmen. While the enemy crossbowmen are wasting their bolts on my weak and cheap birdmen. And there it happened, my mammoths have broken through, and with no magics or other complications, the war is already over. There is a tiny ice elemental. Normally that would be a water elemental, but if the weather is cold enough, your water elementals will become stronger ice elementals. Something you should take into account. But in this case, the little elemental didn't help, and my mammoths just stomped on everything. I think that was an earth elemental, and we have won. The battle is over. Barbarians try to attack. And Yomon is attacking from underwater. Yeah, I'm guessing until I can get something strong underwater to deal with them directly, I have to find a way to fortify my coasts. At least Yomon is now declassified from being a threat and is just a small underwater nation now. Too bad that the underwater units Yomon have are almost all amphibious, so they can keep attacking us this way. It's annoying. The AI loves to be annoying. So let's raise the province defense of my castle again. And start recruitment again. Great. Anyway, where was... Ah, yes. See, an actual human player would notice that all those little annoying raids are doing nothing but making me infuriated. And, well, of course there is a small chance a human player in this situation would indeed make small useless raids, but far more likely they would actually find a way to be annoying and effective. In this case, the AI is stupid enough to just waste all those poor little sharkmen. They're now sitting on a giant army, and shortly I will destroy them. Then I will take back that other province and destroy all the enemy units there too. Then all those units and the resources put into them will have been useless. So in this case I've decided to pretend there is an army sitting there strong enough to rival Pangaea's units thanks to a magic mirror I forged. The mirror pretends to enemy scouts there are 75 units more than there actually are. It's one of these nice little air things you can make if you have air paths on your mages. There's even another thing that works exactly the opposite. It makes your armies seem smaller than they actually are. And if you have enough of this stuff, you can do neat things like pretending your entire army sits in the north while it's actually in the south. Subterfuge with magic. Around this time I suddenly remembered that with Yomon dealt with and with my income rising higher and higher every turn, there's really no reason to continue to recruit the sheep spear man with wings like I've done so far. No, those warriors can all go into recruitment, and I've started to recruit my two strongest and most expensive infantry units instead. Those little blue ones are ice-clads. They have magical ice armor and a magical ice lance, so they are good against fancy magical units who are normally always hard to hit. And there are some things like ethereal or invulnerability that interact with that, but if it's relevant I'll explain it in more detail. In this case there are still some fortresses where I was still recruiting the sheep things. Yes, not Iceclad, Stormguard. I was confusing them with a similar looking unit from another age. Middle Age, Calum I think. In this case the Stormguard can even fly in storms, which makes it enormously useful, since on the off chance there is a storm, either caused by magic from my side or the other, my Stormguard will still fly over there and make themselves useful and a nuisance for the other side. Other units are simply flying heavy infantry with swords and shields for the cases where I'm fighting an enemy with resistances against getting stabbed. If that happens, then I still have those others to do normal damage, and besides, since I have nice and large shields, I can just let them stand somewhere and take some hits from enemy archers if I want to. In this case, made a new army, still some elephants, still some flying units, basically the same old stuff. But as soon as I'm secured the south, I will slowly replace all those little clouds of cheap chaff with more expensive chaff. Also, if you see in the east, in the west, I meant in the west, Miglan has quite interestingly cut me off from another Yomon fortress farther to the west and is now sieging it down. This is of course smart, because since I'm not at war with Miglan, I'm not inclined to just march through there and then fight both. Essentially, it looks like Miglan is abusing the problems I have with the underwater provinces of Yomon, flooding me with their stupid little Charg units. But anyway, I still can do some scouting to see how strong Miglan really is, and I can't take that one lonely province in the north, and then I can just throw everything into the south and beat the rest of Yomon down. And then it's just mopping up. Hopefully I can get some mage support together for my growing horde of Pale Ones, and then hopefully the Pale Ones will survive long enough for my mages to do something. But, well, in the future it will become clear that I underestimated how strong Yomon's underwater units are. This will then take some additional turns to to solve the problems I'm making for myself here. But I'm in quite a bind since I have just some lonely Harab seraphs with water paths, and they have to forge stuff first to even survive underwater, and my pale ones are the only units I can recruit able to breathe water. So I'm kind of doomed from the start here to combat Yomon's endless hordes of shark warriors. Anyway, with just a little bit of underwater presence and no temples left, they're doomed. I just have to survive long enough. Hopefully my underwater units will gain a foothold underwater, but well, I'm kind of not holding my breath. And no, that was not meant to be an underwater pun. From now on things are getting complicated. Here I have to integrate. Here keep integrating, I wanted to say, my priests with the armies where I have my Iron Hail archers so I can bless them, because otherwise they're just slightly better than average archers. That would be a waste for those holy sacred units. Anyway, I have a lot of priest work to do here in the south, I see. Pale Riders. That is a spell summoning tons of skeletons on horses. Skeleton horses. They're basically skeleton cavalry. Same things. Hard to destroy with the wrong weapons, good and easy to destroy with the right weapons. And while they are a terrifying weapon against infantry if used right, they are also rather brittle. A bunch of walking bones doesn't tend to have much meat on their bones. Oh, and I think I completely messed up this joke. Oops, sorry. Only one global enchantment mega spell is up, and it's one by man. I don't think Halloween can be saved like this, my friend. 4 are already AI, and wait a minute, I have to. For a moment I thought Miglan were already AI, but nope, that guy is still playing the game. So yes, it looks like I can finally assault a real player shortly. Just have to deal with Yomon first. The stupid little computer really annoys me. Well, that's already for this turn. Until next time, I'm out of here. Well, at least that's not that much down there. Goodbye.